This period of time is very special for all of us because we cannot reflect on a Ramadan session without bringing to our consciousness and our hearts the role that our leader, Imam Abdul Mohammed, has played in educating and raising the Islamic intellect, the human intellect in all of our lives. So we're sincerely reminded, this is a dhikr in terms of remembering the contribution made by our leader. Dear believers, there is no power, nor is there any might except with Allah, the Most High. On this blessed month of Ramadan, we have the grace of Allah, the Most High, to participate in 29 to 30 days of fasting. Allah has said to us in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladina amanu kutiba alaykumul siyamu kama kutiba alalladina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O ye who believe, Siyam, fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you, that ye may learn self-restraint. Self-restraint is the end product of taqwa. The Arabic root word taqwa is referenced here to be God conscious, to be regardful, to be able to bring Allah to consciousness. And the objective of this entire month is to elevate our consciousness of Allah. This elevation will result in discipline. Yusuf Ali makes reference to self-restraint, and that's the outcome when we are obedient to Allah. It is the outcome when we are in the consciousness of Allah. Very similar to the adhan being called. And the part of the adhan is come to prayer, come to success. And hayya ala falah, come to success. But the word in falah, the root word is falaha, which is the root word which means to cultivate. It comes from an agrarian root that has to do with tilling the soil. And so by making an effort, by working, the outcome is success. And the Arabic language is very much so in that way, where the root of the words may not be the necessary outcome, but it's leading us to the outcome as a result of making an effort. This fasting obviously is abstaining, as we all understand, from food and drink. That's a major part of the fasting. But if we are not fasting from ignorant behavior, from past conduct, behavior that leads to transgression, if we're not fasting with our eyes, if we're not fasting with our hearing, if we're not selecting activities that will elevate our faith, our iman, then it conflicts with the concept of fasting to gain this state of consciousness of taqwa. And if we're not fulfilling that, then we're lacking in discipline. If we're lacking in discipline, then we're lacking the capability of executing the guidance of Allah. You see, many of us as human beings, we're flawed, and Allah informs us of that. We're imperfect. Matter of fact, in the Quran, it makes reference as it describes the human being, that the human being has tendencies to be prone to evil. And at the same time, the human being can become elevated in his heart, in his intellect, in his spiritual capacity, its pursuits to obey Allah. But the prerequisite is obedience to Allah. To be obedient to Allah requires a conscious discipline. It requires, one, a presence of Allah in our intellect, a presence of Allah in our hearts.